Welcome to the wonderful world of drawing. I'm your host, Jeremy Stoltz. We are on Season 2, Episode 253. And tonight seems to be a live happening night. Tons of people are live, so if you've made it here, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But let's get into the work. Hello, Miss Jamie. Oh my goodness, everybody is live right now. Wow. My whole app is like all the people that I know are all on here live right now. Let's see how many people we got. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't mean to click on it. 6 of us that I know are on. Wow. That's crazy. All competing. All right, so originally I was going to add a moth right in here, but I'm thinking that I want to go a little more detailed on this moth, so I might actually add it up here and just do it as a separate piece on its own, because I don't want to muddy this one up anymore, and I really want to spend some time and fill in a scarecrow here, so I got a feeling the moth would be muddled. So we're going to draw the moth up here. What happened to the music? Hello? Oh, okay, good. I was like, dang. How is the baby girl doing, Jamie? Greetings, Lindsay, and I didn't realize that like all of Haps was coming on at 7 o'clock today. I see SJ's over there has Julie with him. Julie was on doing her own. Riley's on right now. Veda's on right now. It's crazy. It's a full night. Yeah, it's almost like Joe hosting Hapstars got people to, break out of their comfort zone and just go crazy. It was a wild night last night. You know what? I need to I'm going to jump in and say hi to him because I don't want him to think I forgot about him. So I'm going to do that over here on the phone real quick.
Haven't made those in a while. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
This cat being nice. Okay, so let's get to the moth. I have to get dinner ordered, so AFK moment, not a problem. I will be here. We're going to do the moth up here. I was going to do them down here, but I want to do it a little bit larger. Okay. Actually, they got a fatter upper body. Welcome, Dez. Are you wanting to join, or are you just stopping by? Because I know there's a lot going on Haps right now. Okay. You know what? I will throw you the invite if you feel like it. Go ahead and use it. If not, it at least is there for you. All I know is I'm still trying to calm down from last night's broadcast. The Hap Stars? So I went into work at 5 today, and around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, I started feeling really odd, and I ended up having them test my blood pressure at work because it felt kind of like when I get on here and I start drawing and I'm like, ooh, I forgot to take my medicine. I kind of had that feeling. And it was spiked up pretty good. And I got a little like lightheaded and shaky, like my arm was kind of doing like this. It wasn't bad, like I wasn't dropping things, but it was weird to feel. I felt odd, so I tried to work through it a little bit, see if it would change. I sat down at break and just I didn't go to the break room. I literally sat down right at my machine, and I don't know. I couldn't. I couldn't get over this odd feeling, so I ended up leaving work and going to an urgent care. And by the time I was there, my blood pressure had dropped from what it was at work, but I still was feeling odd. So I came home and took a nap, and I'm still feeling off. Yeah. One of the other weird things is having not ever been diagnosed, but I have a lot of ADD symptoms. My brain is almost always on like supercharged. Like I'll be sitting here, listening to this background music. I'll be talking to you guys. I'll have a song I'm singing entirely different in my head, thinking about what I'm drawing. I've got 10 to 15 things going on in my head at all times. When I was having, I guess what I'll call the attack at work today, I had like nothing going on in my head. It was just dead silent. Like other than remembering to breathe, all the other fun stuff like this, I didn't. It was like quiet, and I was like, that's disturbing to me. That's one of the things that was like, I better go see a doctor. They actually they did an EKG test on me to make sure that everything was going all right. I passed all of that, but obviously there was a reason. It's right after he did the whole like breathe in, breathe out, blah blah this, and then he's like, "God, do you mind if I do an EKG?" And I'm like, "No, go ahead. If that's what you feel you need to do." It's he basically, like I said, he hooked me up to an EKG and tested my heart and stuff like that, and that all came back okay. He said to rest today, rest the rest of the week, go back on Monday. Um, if I feel up to it, and to get with my primary care and see that the medication that I'm on is the proper blood pressure medication. It might be too low or whatnot. So I'm kind of chalking it up to stress a little bit, and the fact that I've been working 10-hour days and then working Friday, Saturdays, Sundays, without proper time off. I think my body just was like, hey, you're taking a break.
Hey.
Hey there. Let me turn down the little beepy chill music. There we go. I think it's still.
There we go. Wait,
are you on to do art, or are you on just to chat?
Oh, I'm finishing up my.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you wanted to be brought on camera. That's what I was getting at. All right, so let's hammer
I'm upside
you.
down now. Come on.
Oh God, that's looking so good.
My phone's not wanting to cooperate.
I'm gonna switch these around so
like
you're
my
on
brain.
that side. Oh my God, that looks gorgeous. I want to see that full screen.
Hold on. Trying to get it in the hole.
Yep. Trust me, it's harder than you think.
Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha.
You know, I
Alright.
had to get a piece of cardboard for underneath my drawing while I draw because of the light like you have off to the, what is it, your left hand side?
This side? Yeah.
Yeah, because here I'll show you when I go back to mine. We'll get you off full screen here for a second. We'll go full screen on mine. If I don't have this cardboard here, then I get, all of that. And I'm like, nah, I don't want all that brightness. So I just got a piece of cardboard to stick underneath. Plus, it helps save the desk from marks and stuff like that.
Okay. Good idea. Thank you for the little input
Yeah.
there. Hi, PETA.
So we're doing a little talk about self-care in here, Peter, because I left work today because I was having a blood pressure problem. So we're taking the HAPS route and doing a little bit of self-care today.
They already had the broadcast of the week, or the stream of the week.
Oh no, I know, but it's still I don't think. Oops, come on, get back over here. There we go. I don't think that healthcare should just be a one and done week.
Oh no, that should be like all the time. Yeah.
Exactly. So I just
I'm finishing up on mine.
I know, man, that's amazing.
I'm being a little vain.
I think you're allowed to be. That's incredible
Everybody
work.
should be. I wanted to start off with portrait mode with myself and see how much I can screw up on my own self before I screwed up on everybody else's faces. So
Right.
technically,
Wait. Let me find a few of mine. I think I've got a couple in one of these books here. Is Angel feeling okay today?
Yeah, we've been having this cough lately, and I think it's from when the girl upstairs flooded our house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're still recovering from that. So
Okay. Okay. That's the worst though when when you can't get that feeling out of the back of your throat and you just Welcome, Jeeves. All right, there's one. Do I have another one in this book or not? Okay, so there's one in that book. Gonna get a kid over a drink. Okay. I'm doing all right. Better than I was earlier today. Okay, there's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple in both of those books there. All right. So yeah, so she's doing her self-portrait there. I've got a few that I could find in here, and we'll show you a couple of my mishaps. there's one of me, and it's all like my head is smushed this way. I didn't
It's, I
pass
just love
out.
it.
Um,
Sorry.
my blood pressure just like spiked real high for me at work, and doing the movement and moving around, I didn't, like when I have an episode here at home, I'm relaxed and in a setting where I can do something or whatever. But I was trying to keep up and keep going, and so I just ended up, I was like, that's it. I gotta not be a stubborn person and go to the doctor. So yeah, I don't know what this was. Not last year. I think it was the year before. I was going to do the first of every month. I was going to do a self portrait and see how I progressed. Throughout the whole year. What did I pick up? What did I do? How did I change? Um, I think I lasted about 4 months before I did a monthly challenge. But there's one of them there that I did.
It's really good for a quick sketch, though.
Right. Now here's one that I did that I thought was a little better. That one there I liked a little better. And then I've got, so I think this one here was in between. This was another one. This one here I tried doing a little bit closer. And while I think I got some of the stuff down, I just don't, like I said, I think that's probably the best one that I did. But I mean, you can see that I was getting some stuff. But like here, I think I did the nose too wide. Um, yeah, this one up here though was just all kinds of wrong. I think the nose was too long on this one.
All kinds of wrong, he said.
Yeah, this one here looks like the FBI is after me. So like I said, I started seeing some of the things that I did wrong, and most of these were like I just took a quick picture in the mirror so that I could have a picture. And you'll notice in none of them I'm wearing the glasses because yeah, I don't like the way I draw glasses, and I have one around here somewhere, but I just don't know where it's at. But so yeah, just so you know, Des, drawing yourself, I get what you're saying. It is
Yeah,
definitely
well, I
a
totally got like a Flynn Rider feel from you, just like when you're like pointing at your nose. I had
yep.
like a Flynn Rider from Tangled in my head. I was like, yep, that's Jeremy.
Well, it's funny you should say that because on there's a Disney card trading app that I play around with, and as we load, my profile picture is Flynn Rider.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, all
Wow.
right, I like
How'd
it.
I know
Because
that?
before that, I had like, I think I had Stitch or someone else or Aladdin. Because you can unlock different profile pictures for doing different awards and stuff like that. So when I finally unlocked him, I'm like, yep, nope, that's my guy.
He's awesome.
Yes, he is.
But you did really good with like the three different, was it three of them, right? Like you
Yeah,
did,
that was three of them.
yeah, you can definitely tell like your succeedingness of it and the energy that you're seeing with your own self with
Hmm.
that. It is triggering trying to figure out how to draw a portrait of your own self, even if you
As
take a
opposed
picture of
to
yourself or look in a mirror.
my cartoon version of myself, which
You're drawing yourself as a cartoon?
Yes. So see,
I was
that's a
like,
quick
wait, he
little,
got quiet really quick.
that's a quick little cartoon drawing.
Oh, that's cute.
I used to do
I like
that
your backwards
kind of
hat.
in school all the time, but back then I would do like these big like anime-ish eyes, so that like the eyebrow was like big like that.
Now, are those your lips or is that your little goatee thing?
This is the little goatee thing, because back then I
Okay.
didn't have any of the facial. You know, I couldn't grow a beard to save my life. CS!
You look gangsta.
How's it going, Mr. Murphy? And hello, Mike. I didn't see you pop in here.
Hi, Mike. Hi, CS. Lindsay.
So what's up with Chris Gale's getting like 500,000 views? That is insanely awesome.
He's amazing. That's what.
I'm on board, but I mean, wow.
That's what connecting all of your socials.
And he puts in the work.
Yes.
You know, it's not a fluke. That's the man himself. That's just him putting in the business.
He has that voice and that style.
Yes, he does. Oh my God. Even my wife, when she was first on here, she's like, "Who is this guy?" You know, when she was going through different people to when I tried getting her to get on here and just do some stuff, and she's like, I'm gonna follow a couple people. I'm like, you'll probably follow musicians more than you will anyone else, because that's what she likes. She does music, you know, or she listens to music. The Reddit love, is that what it is? That makes sense. Right? It's like this, whenever she comes on and doesn't want to talk, she should just throw this picture up or be on screen. She should just throw this picture up and then just talk.
You feel like you're talking to real death. Well, the lips are just kind of off. But yeah,
that's because you're smirking at all of the people that just said like all those things that you don't want to hear, that you're like, you know what? I'm done with you.
Duck lips. I remember doing duck lips in pictures, and people would be like so triggered by duck lips.
Yeah.
It was
Luckily,
like in
I was never
2009.
on board that trend.
2009 duck lips were definitely a trend. Oh boy.
Yes,
Oh
Reddit
boy.
does come at a huge cost. If you do not have thick skin, and I mean like adamantium, for those of us who are Marvel geeks, Reddit is not a place for you. Luckily, my wife got me something to help with Reddit trolls, and I now have this. Which is awesome.
Oh no.
And it's a secret hidden box.
That's so cool.
I know. She's like, would you want this for your desk? And I'm like, heck yeah, I do. I got curses and hexes. So that is in addition to the artwork around the table here. So hex, yeah, I do. Well, and going into Hollywood, Halloween.
Uh-huh. Jer Bear's bona fide now.
Yep. And you know, when a witch gives you a thing with hexes and curses on it, you either hope and pray, or you run for the hills. See, now I'm gonna do to you what everyone who's ever done to me, that when I do like a really good drawing that isn't like in the art community, but they just see it. Wow, that's really good, Des. You should do tattoos. And I'm like, oh, you don't understand. It's not. No.
Oh
no.
Man. You know how many times I heard that?
I know, and it's so frustrating when you try to explain to them. You're like, that's an entirely different skill. And they're like, no, man, it would be really good. You should do it. You can make lots of money. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, but my art is permanently on your skin. You can't take it off.
Not
If I
only
say
that,
F
but
you on it, you can't take it off.
if it's not something you're passionate about, your goal for art just takes a nosedive. You know, it's you die inside with every little, you know, piece that you put on somebody. I was just like a moth to the flame burns by the fire. Yeah, once I realized which moth I wanted to do, I wanted to go with a larger moth than what I was going to do down here on this piece. I was just going to draw a bunch of little moths and kind of, use them like they were flying through the air, but I was like, I kind of want to do the moth from Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, that's what I was about to ask. I really like Luna moths.
Yeah.
The green ones. Giant green ones.
I don't get to see them much around here.
I've seen one in my entire life.
Oh, wow.
I picked it up. Yeah.
You know what? I may have seen one at the Toledo Zoo. Because they have one of those indoor places that you can go in and they just have all kinds of like insects and birds and stuff flying around inside. They're free range, but they're inside of a big building.
Oh.
And they have a really good moth exhibit. So if we go back, which we should in the fall, I will try to do a video from inside there so that you guys can see that.
You know my bug senses will be tingling. I'm a bug collector, so yeah.
Ooh, okay. Well, where you're at is probably got some ready supply of bugs.
Yes, you know how many cicadas I've found in the last 3 years since I moved over here?
You know what? I've heard plenty. I've seen a couple shells, but I've yet to see one this year. I usually see them every year. In
Put the lotion in the basket, CS says.
So what is on CS's art table today?
Boo.
What are you working on,
Holy crud, I just had a heart attack.
Boo! Boo to you.
Boo. Okay, then you know what? I don't even need this chill synth FM music because I have more than enough to. So let's mute that.
Boo to you.
And we need to give you buttons. Boom, buttons.
Oh my lord, the screen came alive with light.
Now, are you on a laptop yet, or are you still on a phone, Des?
I'm still on the phone. I'm saving up currently for... I don't know if that laptop my daughter has is capable of having more than just one person on without it freezing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean. It's only 4 gigabytes of RAM, and I think they said in order to have better streaming, it's up to 8 minimum.
Okay.
So. Yeah, that RAM.
So the price you're talking about probably about doubles.
Probably.
So that just means we need to set up a private GoFundMe page for you and just dump some bills in it.
I wonder if the RAM is expandable in the machine, because that would be cheaper.
Some of them are, but it depends on if it's like one of those all-in-one little ones where it's sealed. Michael, thank you, sir.
Look at CS and his laundry list of awesomeness happening in his life. That is cool.
On a couple things: a 3D project for a client.
For a client.
I'm seeing. Yep.
Did I hear a Dr. Pepper open?
You sure did.
And jumping back to HBO stuff on Monday. Now you can't show us the HBO stuff, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you can't really show us the client 3D thing because that's for a client until it's done.
He's been testing it on his IG stories.
Okay. Nope. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't something that that we were missing out on.
I'm already getting that FOMO CS. Can't wait. When it's all done, you'll have to tell us, I did that. And then I'll fast forward to the end where the credits roll up and you're in that big block of text of all the artists. And I'll be like, hey, I know that guy.
Mm-hmm. I can see you saying that.
I actually do. In the theaters, you know, when you're waiting at the end of the Marvel movies for like the 5-hour-long credits to roll through, I'm like, good job, Juan Sanchez, for your whatever you did.
Mm-hmm. I like picking out specific names that point out at me.
Yes, it's so fun.
So I have to tell Carrie and Joe that they gave me really bad high blood pressure because I can't handle shows like that.
Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah, I'm going to blame it on them and that awesome music that we had last night.
Man,
Uh-oh.
That was...
Who is our anonymous Facebook user?
I think that's Alan, my friend Alan on Facebook.
I was going to say, I don't know that it would show up anonymous on my end, maybe. I don't know. So I'm thinking it might be one of yours.
Hi, Alan.
And yes, this skull is absolutely gorgeous. I agree with you.
My children are being dramatic.
No. And we lost Lindsay.
No, I'm still here. I just clicked a button that I didn't want to click.
All right, let's come down a little bit so we can see a moth.
I meant to click that button though.
I see.
Yeah, last night was amazing. I don't even know how I got through the entire night.
Oh my gosh. It was such a fun night from from Jeremy rolling into Hapstars, rolling into Brian's post-party stream, and then I rolled in the late night cleanup crew, me and Des. We shut down the site for the night.
I thought I seen you guys go live like when I woke up and checked my notifications.
I did not do any drawing at all on Thursday. So I was like, Wednesday. So I was ahead, but in order to continue to stay caught up and not get behind, I had no choice but to come on yesterday and do a thing. And so I posted my retro today on time.
I think I've seen it.
Yes.
It looks amazing. I was just like, Star Trek.
Yes, it happened.
Hello, Alan.
The sister is not letting the brother play with her on video games, and so he's having a literal meltdown right now.
How?
So if it sounds like my children are dying, they're fine. They're fine.
Same here. My kids, yeah. Except mine just randomly scream, "Mommy, I love you!" across the house. And I'm like,
Brian can build out some notes, I tell you. Oh my gosh, he is phenomenal, dude. He gives me goosebumps just smiling. And then he opens his mouth. The entire time.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, please talk over me.
No, like when I was looking at I don't mean Oh my god, I'm so terrible at this.
No, you're not bad at all. I'm just being ornery as hell. Anyway.
She's being dramatic.
Haps. Why am I blurry Haps?
What is happening?
Peter, you had one job.
Peter! Oh, hi.
The only thing, the thing that came into my mind when I saw your piece of artwork, the one you just posted on Instagram, was your little story we were cracking up with last night. How you were like, "Excuse me, ma'am.
May I please shade underneath your boobage? Just behind me. So pardon me, please." Yes, I mean, don't you get even like the slightly most awkward feeling whenever you're coloring anatomy and you're up in the naughty bits area and you're like, "Pardon me, sir, can I please get in here and accentuate your area so you show dimension?" I mean, seriously, it's like I have that moment. It's just, I guess maybe I was just raised in a conservative state, and that's just,
reason why I waited until I was almost 30 to start drawing women.
Yeah, well, I was like, when I was drawing my nose here, like it felt like I had to pick my nose.
Yeah, when you work on certain body parts, there's certain emotional attachments that you have to the way you feel about it. It's just like, maybe you've just done it so many times that you're like jaded, but there's other times where it's just like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I did not choose them to animate you this way, but I'm going to have to replicate this, so I'm sorry in advance that I
You even picked up the piece of paper to like, excuse me. Like,
sorry, ma'am. Can I all of the bits get a little pencil love. CS knows what I'm talking about over there.
Yeah, but think about CS. He's like, okay, so I got to draw this, but I got to draw it in 3D, so I have to turn this thing around.
Oh yeah, he gets all up in all the crevices.
Like
there's
down.
no spot unturned in the 3D world.
No, so CS has to get even more
all up in it.
I know. I worry about my thought form when I'm on the toilet. So, you know what I mean? Like when you're thinking things and you're like, I wonder what this looks like upside down. And you're like, no. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, and then you're thinking about that with your art. You're like, wait, I wonder what this
if you're
looks
really
like
curious, you can
way.
take like one of your daughter's like ponies or Barbie dolls or whatever, and you can just explore away at any angle, and it'll give you a general concept of how that is.
I know what the concept is, but it's like you still have those thought forms as a human being.
I wonder what this looks like if I had a toilet can. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I am so dead right now. That's disgusting and hilarious all at the same time. Hi, Riley. Welcome to the stream where we're talking about interesting angles and way to view objects.
You know, Des, you do have an interesting talent that most of us can't do.
Giggle?
No, she could go back to her dancing, hook up a GoPro, and just get all the angles.
Oh, wow.
I have done that.
I couldn't do that.
She's like, been there, done that.
I have done it. It looks funky. It is funky looking. Like having the camera at the base of the pole while it's looking up, and it's like some weird angles. Like you're like,
I've never seen that.
Whoa!
That would be an interesting description of life, because
I have pictures somewhere.
Yeah, that would be because you're used to looking at it straightforward, or whatever. You're never thinking, yeah, that's a weird angle.
Does Riley want to join? Does he have
I gave him an invite, but he just got done streaming himself, so...
Hold on.
Well, Jeremy, just imagine you being a model, and then, like, someone else taking pictures of you, and then, like, you're looking at those pictures like, no, I don't like that angle.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Well, I don't like any angle when people are taking pictures of me. I'm like, no, stop.
It takes like 50 pictures just for one to turn out good.
Like my daughter just got a brand new dress that I'm like, okay, I have to go buy a new gun. Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, I need to find a weapon, and we had this small little red bat, and so I grabbed it and stood behind her while she was taking a picture with this mean like dad face, and I was like, there, show all the boys this picture. It is an adorable dress, though. It's one where like the midsection or just above, like where the rib cage is, not the stomach area, but the rib cage, has these like slits cut out, and then right down by the waist, it actually opens up to like drape down, your legs, but the middle section's open. So like if you're wearing shorts or something underneath, it's one. I don't know how to describe the dress.
I know it. Yeah,
but
we weren't allowed to wear those when we were younger. Well, I wasn't.
Well, that's why I was like, I really need more weapons because I gotta keep people away from her. She's gonna own the world one of these days, and I'm just hoping I'm still around to see it.
You will be.
Well, if I don't get this
CS.
blood pressure thing figured out.
Yeah, that's how I've been feeling lately. Like, holy crud! Like, it like comes on fast too.
Yeah.
Like, and it'll just come out of the blue sometimes, and you'll just be sitting there like say looking at your phone, and you're just like, holy crud! I need to eat something fast and now and warm and good.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with hypoglycemia with me. Like, it sucks. But yeah, that's funny. CS takes 60 pictures. I can find a good one. He was just typing that when I said that. He's so funny.
You have that look of a mom who's ready to strangle.
Well, my son has a lot of emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Difficult using his words. So
I screamed a lot and held my breath. So yes. You're talking to a former emotional child.
It's okay.
He just
I used to bang on my head on the floor. So yeah, you're not alone.
He self-invited himself
Sorry,
to
go
be a
ahead.
multiplayer on a PlayStation that he wasn't invited to join on, and so he was having a moment. Because sister kicked him off multiple times.
That is so evil, and I love it. I mean, I'm gonna join. Kick. Wait a minute, that was a mistake. I'm gonna join again. Kick.
Well, it was in the same room on the same machine, so I mean,
even more.
Oh,
yeah. So he was up here on my husband's computer watching YouTube. I was like, "Can you please leave and go watch YouTube in the playroom downstairs?" And yeah, I know this is savage. I'm telling you what. But he decided that he was not going to go to the playroom to watch YouTube. He was instead going to play Minecraft with sister. And instead of asking if he could play with her, he just went and grabbed the other remote and logged into his profile and jumped into the game. And I was like, did you ask? Were you invited? No, but I just did it and it was on my profile. I'm like, I don't care whose profile it was on. Did you ask?
It'd be different if there's two different systems. Yeah.
Yeah. If it was his own system and they were doing a different thing, yeah, that's completely different. But
yeah, dual screening Minecraft on one screen is rough.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So what is the day we're on, Lindsay?
11 Insignia is the one I'm doing.
Insignia. Okay.
Yes, I'm moving forward to tomorrow. Because it sounded like a good thing to do.
Was flipping through stuff to look for retro, and I ran across something that I wanted to do, but I already had my mind. Oh, mommy. But I ran across something that I wanted to do for retro, but like I said, I already had planned what I wanted to do. But it will work for day 12, which is computer. So I'm going to transfer my secondary guess for day 12. Because I'm sticking with what I have up on here, taking us back to 1979 with SciFiTember RETRO. That I'm going to draw tonight, as soon as I finish the moth.
You guys are such bosses at creating every single day like that.
I don't create every day. I mean, I've actually created all of this in one day in my life, and I've just gone back in time to each day and posted.
Well, phooey.
Yes, other people might use time travel for nefarious purposes. No, I use it just to post daily art. As a matter of fact, I invented time travel because of that. I missed one day on accident after like 6,042 days. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe I just missed a day. How did that happen? And I was like, I have to invent time travel now.
Okay, Phil's future.
So what was the reason you invented time travel? I missed a daily drawing. Oh, God, I feel, yeah.
You still feel like that?
I'm feeling better. Like I don't feel the pressure on my chest.
One. No, I don't want one.
But my head is still feeling off.
You feel
Maybe
fuzzy?
took my medicine before I started drawing because I didn't know how long this was going to go.
You can have this one and I'll have this
I
one.
don't want one, baby. Here, take it back in the kitchen. I don't want this one milk.
You can have that one. No, you can eat it. You can eat it.
Oh, sneeze coming.
That's how I was feeling like 5 seconds ago. Like, oh no. She came in here.
Nope. When I go forward and I'm in the fan again, though, it's probably going to start tickling.
The nefarious nose tickle.
Yes.
I couldn't even say that. Jeez.
Now y'all know why I don't stream after or before 9.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to get back to 9 o'clock streaming. I really would.
No, I did not mean that as a diss for you at all.
No, but I get it. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I started my 9 o'clock time was because when my daughter was younger and, we had everybody living in the house. So I had all 3 grandchildren here. Trying to draw before that was exactly what you're going through.
Yeah.
And
it's
so, we had a
circus for sure.
bedtime of 8 o'clock back when they were in school and younger and elementary and all the other fun stuff before I got a 13-year-old and life just stopped. But, so by putting them to bed by 8, that gave me time to put them to bed once, put them to bed twice, put them to bed the third time, threaten them with their lives, and then finally sit down by 9 and go, okay, I think they're done digging up and, could actually sit down and do it. No, it's quite all right. Oh, Riley, with his first. Yes, I was making sure. No, his second. Darn it, I thought it was his first. It's his second. His second big reward of the month.
Dun, dun, dun. Yes, we're at the age where we hide remote controls from one another to prevent each other from enjoying recreational activities, fighting and squabbling over every breath we take. The mommy, he's touching me is a thing that won't end.
No.
Oh my gosh.
It is constant WWE with these two. 24 hours a day. Okay, take that back.
That too.
The waking hours they're together, it's not 24 hours. It's probably about 7 roughly. And that's probably a little extra because at school they're obviously apart. But the peace that I experience with my 2 children are when they're sleeping.
I remember getting in fights with my 2 twin sisters, and like I would sit on what side would I sit? I would sit on the right side of the car in the back seat, and so it was me, Rachel, and Rachel would sit in the middle, and Crystal would sit on the other side, and Rachel would be looking out my window, and I used to say, "Stop looking out my window!" That's how bad it was. I was like,
"My life. That is the theme of my life." Literally, 30 seconds into picking them up from school today, they start. And I want to murder them before I even reach the entrance to my neighborhood. And it's only a 2-minute drive. You should lock them in a puzzle room so they have to work together. Oh my God. When they were a little smaller and I had to spend the entire day with both of them here, I would take my husband's undershirt and put it on both of them at the same time. And they had to hug it out.
Yes, the hug out.
Until they stopped. That was brilliant. I wish I would have filmed that because that was like one of my parenting successes. I think I learned that on like Pinterest or something. And I was like, that looks most ridiculous, but the most effective, amazing thing I've ever seen.
You should try putting 3 of them together in one.
Wow. That's impressive too.
So I need some clarification, Des. You were telling your story.
Oh,
and you said twin sisters?
Uh-huh.
So are the 2 sisters twins, or are all 3 of you?
Oh, them 2 are twins, and I'm the oldest.
Okay. No, that's why I was like, I'm sitting here trying to figure out in my head, and I'm like, wait, are there 3
When
of
she
you?
first said it, I was processing that too, and then I was just like, no, I think I have that one sorted.
Right. I figured
Got confused.
but, like, the world cannot exist with 3 Deses.
That would be a lot. And plus they would be triplets if they were all.
Right. They would be, but I didn't know, like some people just, Joe is live.
Oh, I couldn't imagine myself either.
Joe is live, everyone.
Joe is
at
live?
Hollywood Horror Nights.
Joe is live.
That's fun. I'll catch that later. I kind of already know.
Right.
Been there, done that. Yeah, it's a big deal. That's like his Halloween might as well be like Christmas for the Burks. So
it should be
it's
Christmas
a
for
big
everyone.
deal. It's kind of a big deal. I know CS's household is really big fans of Halloween as well.
Is it? Oh, I see. Chris Gales is also online right now, so that's where all the other 500,000 followers are.
Oh.
That's where half the other million people are.
It's really funny because
look how beautiful that is there.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
As it freezes. Come on.
I love Universal. It was funny because I have listened to Chris Gales multiple times, like on my phone while we're out and about, and so Josh hears the music, but probably blocks out any logistics or connection to it at all. And then one day he texts me, and he was like, "That Chris Gales guy that you listen to on Haps is on Reddit right now." And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds about right."
Ella.
So randomly, he found Chris without any instruction from me because he frequents the Reddit app often. He lives there. Foamy's live now too? What in the butt? Everybody is going live today.
My spirit bunny is here.
Did you say what in the butt?
I did. What in the butt?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Thank you, Butters.
What in the butt?
I was about to say that was a song.
It is a song.
Hap hug. There you go. There's your little hug.
That's a throwback moment there. I don't even know why my brain went there, but it did.
What
and I liked
in
it.
the butt?
What in the butt? Was that Mad TV, maybe? For
a second, I was thinking Good Burger, but I don't.
Yeah, it's like I want to say it was all that, or it was like a Keenan and Kel show, possibly. It was one of those two 90s comedy situation happening.
So,
in the butt?
Can I pat myself on the back a little bit for
last
please? Night's award?
Yes.
Because when I got on and everyone was live and I was like, I have to go spend $5. I have to go spend $5. I need some coins. It's Llama Day time.
That was fantastic.
All 3 of them did it. What a way to kick off season 3.
That's great.
Going on.
I don't think Joe has ever done the Llama Stay before. I don't think Joe ever did the Llama Stay before that.
I don't think so. And when Carrie was explaining it, I was like, no, don't. He can't put his hand like. No, just let him do it this way. I was trying to yell at her, but she didn't listen to me.
But she
got it. She got it. She figured it out.
Yeah. They got it all sorted. Half hug.
I know. And we're going to be supporting CS Live later.
Ooh, I'm excited to see that, CS. That's exciting.
What time are you thinking, bud?
My husband went to go get sandwiches, so I'm not going to be here long. But I will be catching all lives and replays of all the peeps because I can't resist. I can't stay away from all you lovely people.
Buddy.
Window.
Yeah.
The
window.
Yeah, Pacific. So 2 hours, roughly.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I should be able to jump in then. All the peeps. That's a lot of peeps. It is. That's what we do here on Haps is gather
Ella,
the peeps.
you know how I do it? the mobile app has a double time replay feature.
Does it?
Yeah. When you do the replays on the mobile app, the player allows you. You see a 1.0x by the player button.
Yeah.
You can tap that number and it'll bring it up. You can do 1.5 or 2 times speed.
Interesting.
I highly encourage you to go check out any of the streams of Peter and Pablo and listen to them in chipmunk voice. That's fantastic.
Oh my god, I have to, that's how I have to watch
Or
it now.
slow it down to half speed and you can hear them sound like they're drunk. Pablo sounds like he hits the tequila bottle during the streams of the week. It's hilarious.
It's up here. Just so everyone knows, tonight is
or whiskey or whatever.
It is sponsored by 1867. We got some blended Canadian whiskey, and while we're talking Canadian whiskey, where is Luke?
Where is Luke? Somebody hop on that ham radio. Oh, it's Friday night. Friday night is ham radio night for him. That's his thing.
Yep. See, that's my fault for not paying attention enough. Thank you. Thank you, Linz.
I do what I can.
A very affordable and very delicious drink. And I like to sip on it because it keeps my voice going.
It keeps that sultry tone.
Yeah, it does. Can that get... Oh, that's right. I moved up. I'm like, why can't I see this little itty-bitty moth? The only thing that I do not like about this webcam, I don't have a zoom feature to be like, let's get in tight on this.
Really? What do I do that?
I'm so used to broadcasting on the old thing with a phone that I could just, let's get in tight. Let's go in really close.
Tight like a tiger.
Jameson is your jam and Four Roses. I've never had Four Roses. I've had some Jameson. My wife is a big proponent of Jack Daniels, and she can no longer drink it, so I drink it for her. But that doesn't stop her from collecting the bottles. We have lots and lots of bottles.
Four Roses is tough.
Well, then I'm going to have to give it a shot.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. And just so you guys know that the party is in full effect, come up here a little bit. It is in.
Oh my gosh, it's a red Solo cup.
Thank you. I couldn't say it because then it would hurt my inner feelings to bring country into my vocal cords.
Let's have a party.
But I would let you do this.
Oh man. Memories with that song.
Kick me up. Kick me out of his damn room. Get out of here with that.
If I didn't invite it, which I did, I was like, look, Lindsay, do you know what this is? I mean, it's not like, last night's broadcast where Lindsay was over there and she was like, you know what? Save a horse.
Right, cowboy.
I found me a cowboy. And she's muted, so she can't say anything about us.
I'm not muted.
I know. But I met our co-partner is muted, so she can't.
Oh, yes. Oh, my.
But yeah, it was a great first broadcast.
Are we hearkening back to Hap Stars again?
Yes, I can't get off the show. It was the energy level was
the chemistry was popping.
Yeah, it definitely
guess who's guest hosting on the 21st?
Who?
Me.
You?
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yeah, Carrie messaged me today and she was just like, Joe's gone for 2 of those days. Can you take one of those spots? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, which one do you want? You get to pick. So the 21st, I get to co-host with Carrie. It's going to be fun.
Let me see how that coordinates. 21st. Today's the 10th. 20.
That's October 21st.
Oh,
by the way.
Sorry. Let me flip.
Yes,
Oh, wait,
the October 21st, not the September. I realize we're still early in the month. Let's not rush it too much. But yes, mark your calendars. Put a little note. That,
okay, I will just have to save up some for there because it'll be on it'll be because I'll get paid on the 15th.
No worries, dude. No worries.
And the 21st will be a full week after I get paid. But I'm just gonna throw some stars on or some coins on and save them so that I can drop some coinage on your show too.
Yay! So that'll be fun. Yeah, Joe's going to be on vacation for 10 days. So it kind of overlaps.
We don't work on vacation?
Not when you're in the middle of the forest and like Pigeon Forge, Appalachian mountains.
I still think that I would find a way to broadcast. I can't.
There's
a
way.
My wife's brother has a satellite phone, so I could probably just borrow that.
Ah, yes.
Because he's not military, but he is. So he's contracted. So he's not in service.
Oh, he's a civilian.
Yes,
he's military civilian wise.
He breaks codes and jams signals.
Fun.
And he got to sit right on the front lines for a lot of the last few years.
Oh, he's like a legal hacker, essentially.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
That's why I laugh at somebody when they're like, oh, dude, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I could do things and you could be done. I couldn't, per se, do them, but I know people that know things. Heck yeah. Yeah, he had an incident that he couldn't go into a lot of detail with, but he contacted us and was like, I can't tell you guys what's going on. He's like, but I can tell you that something happened. I am okay. He's like, but in case you hear something on the news, because it is.
Yeah, that's not panic invoking at all.
Well, and then
Don't
later,
worry,
after the fact, he's like, yeah, basically we had I
think my dinner just got here.
Launch right through the room that I was in and land 3 feet from me, but didn't detonate.
Wow.
And he's like, our base was attacked and blah, blah, this. But, at the time, he couldn't tell us this. He could just say, an incident happened. I'm okay. I'm scared, but that's what these guys are here for. And he's like, they figured out something and they got into where we were at. And when it wasn't like, one of the big bases where they like have, this is a military base. They were like
that's
off
terrifying.
Yeah. So I was like, wow.
Okay. To be continued, friends. I'm going to go eat dinner. So I will.
What's for dinner, by the way?
We have sub sandwiches with some really, really good gourmet cookies that I can't wait to get into because it's pumpkin season. I had to get the pumpkin cookies. I'm kind of excited about it.
I think tomorrow I'm treating myself with a super bird from Denny's because they're one of my favorite Denny's meals.
Nice.
But yeah, go eat.
All right. I'll be back later. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye. And now there were 2. No, not the right one. I wanted this one. There we go. And just like that, Badger was gone. Okay, so let's turn on, since it's just my voice, a little background. I'm here just working on something for my older brother. All right. How did your beignets turn out? Michael, this is actually over on YouTube. I am playing a thing called Chill Synth FM Lo-Fi Synthwave Radio for Retro Dreaming. It is by a station or a channel called Night Ride FM. But I've been finding a lot of these like 24-hour, stations.
Strong today.
A moth right now, and then I got to do a sketch card.
That's pretty.
Thank you.
And they're all good. Looks like he's chewing bubblegum.
Doesn't it?
That's what I thought at first.
Oh, because of this?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's blowing a bubble?
Yep.
Yep.
I can't tell what that is, though.
It's a moon. It's red.
Oh.
It's the moon behind him.
I know. It's just kind of hard to tell how close it is.
Oh, yeah.
How close he is to it, though.
Well, it's supposed to be in the background, but moons are big.
I know.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Love you, too. I really need to find a different way to put this camera. Or just draw left-handed so we can all see. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I went with a larger moth for this. And then there was one. And now there's more.
Sorry, it completely froze on me. Like, wow.
I was wondering. And now you're back. All right. I'm going to be done with the moth, and I have to get the sketch card set up. So I'm going to move this out of the way, get the sketch card set up. Set this more over here in the center.
Well, my art is done. I'm just hanging out.
Not a problem. It's amazing.
Thank you. I signed it. Thank you. First portrait.
Yeah. That is a very good start. I mean, that's like, I don't know where you're going to go from here, but I'm excited to wait and check out the journey.
Who else? Yes, Peyton.
Ouch. I do need to step away for a second because I have to hit the restroom. And I don't want to be antsy while I'm drawing this. So I shall be right back. Oh, I'm back in blurry. Wow. All right. Well, while I'm getting ready, I need to find an image that I'm looking for. Okay. Hey, I'm back to clearing again. All right, so we are doing a 1979 series for our retro SciFiTember drawing. I'm doing the main character from the show. And I recently just heard about a reboot of this show, so I'm looking forward to this. Because this was one of my favorites growing up. pop that top light off for a minute while I get sketching done before we start into the inking stuff. They're in portraits, Des. Just not self-portraits. But I'm not going to try to capture the complete likeness of the character. I'm going for more of a stylized comic bookish, because I don't want to go into too much detail and spend hours making sure I get all the lines right and everything like that. So
Okay, I'm back.
welcome back. Wait. Oh, you got buttons, don't you?
I have
Fix buttons.
Buttons.
Fix the buttons.
Buttons are happening. Hello.
So I almost, if I hadn't already posted that I was doing a character from 1979, I would have changed my mind and did a different retro.
Oh.
But I'm changing what I was going to do the retro to the 12th, which is computer.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I'm going to spoil that right now because I'm drawing on the 12th Max Headroom.
Yes, that's perfect. And there's a gnat that has been haunting me for the last hour, and it's like driving me crazy.
NAT net?
Like a GNAT.
Oh, GNAT. See, I did diploma.
A gnat. Yes.
So, do you have any guesses on who this 1979 character is? This spacefaring sci-fi? It's before your time, so I don't expect you to, but I'm wondering.
Is it one of the Robinson people?
No. This is a man who went into space and then ended up something happening, and he ended up going into the 25th century.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name at the moment.
All right. Now the exciting is when I went to look up images that I wanted to kind of use for my today's thing, I found out that they are doing a reboot of this with new technology, and the actor that they have attached to it and is also going to be producing the show. I'm super excited for, because he's like a man crush of mine.
Nice.
And that would be George Clooney in the role of Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers. There we go. Okay, yes. Thank you for... Really? Can we keep that down over there? Seriously.
And I have to honestly say, though, that as a child, I probably liked the robot, the little robot that they had on the show more than Buck himself. And obviously, I had a very soft spot for Miss Erin Gray. Because...
Oh, thank you, YouTube, for letting me know I'm live. 10 minutes later. I was turned off when you said George was going to be in it. Oh! Well, I mean, he is the... he does have that reputation of the bat nipples and whatnot, I mean.
Well, yeah, but the bat nipples, he didn't put the nipples on the suit himself.
It's true. That was not his call, but I mean...
See, when I think of George Clooney, I think of him from Dusk Till Dawn.
I honestly think of him from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? So.
Well,
I'm in a tight spot.
Sorrow. He does put Riley in Constant Sorrow, though. But when I'm thinking of what Gil Gerard, who played him back in the 70s, yes, he was on ER, looked like, I think George Clooney is a pretty good fit. I mean, and I'm going to pull up the image that I'm using right now to show you what I'm talking about. So here is...
About Willis?
Come on. So here is the picture that I'm using to kind of model my sketch off of.
And that's perfect.
George Clooney, I think, fits this look. Whether he can act
it's
as
the
good
look,
as...
but the age, they're going to have to like de-age him with CGI.
Well, I think if you just color his hair a little bit too, don't gray it up so much.
I mean, he's not an unattractive man, but the age won't fit. So,
and I was like, if they don't get a good, I mean, I'm sorry, but let's talk about, like I said, Miss Erin Gray here. If they don't get a good person to play her, then I'm already going to be out of the cast. It's got to be someone.
Yeah. It's got to be legit. Definitely.
But it'll be interesting to see how well they do the robot in, new.
Oh, Nathan Fillion would be perfect to fit that role. And he's like a huge into the, with the whole Firefly sci-fi geeky. He's a total uber geek.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Hollywood hates him in those roles, so they would give him like 2 episodes and cancel the thing.
He's so good.
I know this.
He's so
did we not see him as the detachable? What was it? Detachable man or detachable boy?
Detachable man, yeah.
Detachable man, yes.
This is true.
Yes, Hollywood is a dumpster fire.
It is definitely that. There's way too much space in this
Space. The final frontier.
Do, do, do.
These are the voyages of the Riley Starship.
The Starship or Enterprise.
Where he draws, nobody knows. Some say Florida. But we just don't know.
We don't know.
I'm just excited to see Buck Rogers get some love again, because it has been a property that could have probably
excited to see Buck Rogers get some
love. No, Hollywood does not like good actors. But that being said, at least Martin Scorsese is giving Brendan Fraser another chance, because I love me some Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, our faithful George of the Jungle.
I think I was able during my convention going years to get all of their autographs on Buck Rogers. When I say all of them, I mean the main four cast, except for the old man doctor, because I think he passed away long before I got a chance to. But I got Gil Gerard a couple different times. I got Aaron Gray finally, which I was like,
Squeeze.
I did. I totally fangirled.
Gosh.
And oh god, something Silva is the gentleman's name that played the robot on the show. I can't.
I need my tiny eraser. Hold me closer, tiny eraser.
Use mine. Where do you need it? Right there? Just
yeah. Just can you just get that spot
right
for
over
me?
here? It's right. And okay, and
thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
So I discovered these super cool erasers because I can't say no to an art supply.
Okay,
no matter how hard I try.
If we're presenting, we're going.
So this is basically what you have, right? The little clicky.
That's basically what I have. Is a
the satisfying
Yep.
click. Yes, God bless it. I love it. Okay, so if that's not small enough for you, I have the rectangle.
Ooh.
That's retractable.
Oh, nice. So it's like click, 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 click. But
yeah. So it's just this tiny little rectangle that gets all up in the fancy corners.
It's all up in there.
But wait,
yes.
If that's not small enough for you, look how tiny this is.
Oh, I'm in love.
Look how tiny.
Because that's almost like trying
this
to use like
eraser is. It's so small. And I use it all the time to get in like highlights on eyeballs and
got nothing comparable to that. I was like, do I have anything like that? But no.
Yeah, and it also retracts out like that. With the little clicky thing on the end.
Do you have linkage for this?
It's on the Tombow website. Their Tombow brand. They're the mono erasers.
I should have known you were a Tombow girl.
Yeah, I'm a Tombow girl.
No, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But if you want something a little bigger than this round one, the mechanical pencils have, and I know Riley has one of these, so he knows the end of
the turn.
The mechanicals are
a
little bit smaller than this one. So I have a nice range.
You do. You have it. That's like eraser porn right there. Show me your tips.
Show you my pencils. Some people like girth, not just length.
Wait,
that's
hold on.
Correct.
I gotta do this one. Ready?
Open eraser. Exactly. That's going to get all the views now. They're going to come from all the internets to come see the erasers.
Actually, I just posted over on Reddit. We're opening erasers.
Also, if you want to go dust free,
Yeah.
I've got that.
Oh, now see, I gotta scroll back over again. Go large because I have small, tiny eyes. Dust catch. Whoa. Is that like a kneaded eraser, but in a
No,
like one of these?
It's just a rubber like plastic.
Okay.
Yeah. I just keep it in its little fancy box because it's a fancy eraser, so I remember which one is.
I got an Offita.
Yes.
An Offita. It's a
I have
premium
what's
eraser.
left of my plastic eraser. It's over
Yeah.
here. It's seen its days.
I've got a couple of these lying around somewhere, but every time I clean my desk, I throw them into a drawer.
And then, of
and
course,
then
the tried and true kneaded
Yep.
eraser is also a fan favorite. And it seems that it will literally last forever and ever.
I think it will.
I had my very first kneaded eraser I didn't throw away until like last year, and I got it like when I was in college. So
the trick is you just open up a new one and form it around your old eraser. It eats
it. But I just wanted a fresh start though. That's all. I had a lot of like gritty, cruddy stuff in it. Like it had shown its age. Anyway, so that's my plethora of
erasers,
removal tools. I have a plethora. But if you ever need to erase something,
I will.
I've got a thing.
What name, Riley, are we talking about for hurricanes? Because I'm not an aficionado on hurricanes.
A tiny mono. It's really tiny. It's very tiny. So tiny. I don't even know if I'll ever use this because it's so small.
I got a cup boo boo over here. See, look at this little. It's a cardboard cup boo boo.
Tombow should sponsor me for as much as I sell their shit for them.
They should. Should we not contact them?
Yes, please attack them in an email and let them know that I am constantly selling their crap. Thank you. Girl's got to eat.
I think his nose needs to be longer. The
Ophelia? Ophina?
This Ophidia or whatever this thing. Idea.
Boys and girls. Off idea.
I know Off is a brand of mosquito repellent.
Indeed.
Indeed
it is. I've got to wing out this side a little bit more. Riley, how's the sketch going? I was really digging where the beignets were going because
now is that for the sketch that he was doing? That's for the art.
I assume as much. I did not have the chance to ask that because I had to go order dinner for my family. It turned out okay. Yes, it's for Sunday. Cool. I'm excited. That's really cool that you're
Sunday.
It is Sunday.
Shit. I gotta get to drawing. I have more drawings to do. Well, good thing that my doctor gave me the weekend off.
Yay. Were they gonna make you work?
I was supposed to work Saturday and Sunday.
Aw.
Because the doctor was like, well, how are you feeling now? I was like, I'm still feeling pretty and he's like, you have to go back to work today. I was like, probably I'm supposed to.
For the rest of the time.
He's like, let's not have you go back to work today. He goes, you need the rest for a couple days and whatnot. I was like, well, I can't. I've got to go back Saturday and Sunday. He's like, no, you don't.
It's not happening.
He's like, you're off till Monday. I'm like, okay. And then so I my HR called me and was like, hey, what's going on? So I was like, hey, this is I tried going to my main doctor there right in town where I work, which is why I picked that as my primary care doctor because it's 5 minutes from my work.
It's close.
Yeah, and I can schedule appointments after work, and it's not out of the way.
Sure.
But they were only available for video conferencing calls, and I was like, well, that's not going to help with high blood pressure. What are you going to do? Check my blood pressure over the phone? No, it's not.
Exactly.
So I was like, you know what? I will hit the urgent care next town over, and it's on my way home anyways. So I was like, I'll hit that, and I got in there, did the urgent care. They shaved my chest.
I shaved your chest to get you the little sticky things.
Yeah,
on
for the EKG, and now I'm all like itchy. I'm like,
I would much rather them shave than to just rip that hair out.
True.
That would not be a good thing.
And when the lady was all trying to apologize, I was like, you have a job to do. I'm not worried about it. I'm not fragile. Just do what you need to do. It is what it is.
Aww.
And where was my train of thought? Oh, HR.
Leaving the station?
Yes.
He gone.
He's gone. So he's like, you were working down in this one department, right? And I was like, well, yeah, I was there today. I was like, but I'm supposed to be in another department Saturday and Sunday. And I was like, but the doctor wants me off until Monday. He goes, well, then they're just going to have to change their plans. And, I told him, I said, well, I don't, feel comfortable because, that's, we're behind as it is.
Yeah.
I'm letting you guys down. I don't like that.
Right.
And he's like, okay, we have a built-in process for things like this. He's like, we build ahead, we work weekends, we work, 10-hour shifts to build into contingencies like this. He goes, the end result, we're building cars, not people.
Right.
He said, so think about that at the end of the day, that, we're building cars. And no one's going to die if we don't build a car. He goes, I would rather you know your own body, and I'm going to take you on faith that you know what's going on with your body. He goes, and take 2 days off that, we had you scheduled for and get the rest that you need, than to pressure you in or push you into coming into work and collapse on the floor.
Yeah,
and
that's
then turn
not
around
good.
and be off for a week or two.
Besides, they'd have to reset the counter of so many days without an incident if that happens. So
yeah, they would.
And they don't want that.
But I was like, this is the first time I've had an HR like. He's like, I'm thinking long.
That's really cool though that they are like, no, you need to take care of yourself and not put. Yeah, that's awesome. You've got an awesome HR.
It's one of the first times in 10 years that I've had that type of.
That's really cool.
And I was like, well, it makes me feel a little better that you're, approaching it that way. I will appreciate it a little more, and then I'm gonna go get the rest, and then I'll be ready to try to. But unfortunately, I have bosses that will just use this as an excuse to browbeat me for the next week, and but I can deal with it because I already have next weekend off anyways because of my convention. So
yay!
And then the following Friday, I have to leave on Friday at lunchtime to go to my doctor's appointment for the said surgery-ish deal.
The main event.
Yes, the main event, which could be part of the reason why I had some blood pressure, because it is getting closer to the date, and I am getting a little nervous,
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. And I'm getting nervous about next weekend's convention. I'm just nervous about life.
Right.
But, because I'm nervous. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to draw. If it makes me miss a drawing day.
Sorry.
Come here. No. But I mean, if it makes me miss a drawing day, it's not going to kill me. But I mean, I'm nervous. Is it going to happen? I don't want it to. So I just got a lot on my head.
Yeah, you've got a lot going on there, dude.
And I think, working the extra hours and not getting the rest, I'm just, like I told the doctor, I said, I feel like I'm kind of burning at both ends.
You certainly are. That's a lot. It would help if I would be able to spell and count letter spaces. That would help a lot.
So I have not been able to figure out, because I haven't taken a good look at it yet. But
what are we figuring out? Oh, what I'm doing? That's the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I know.
Symbol.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
because
but
I vaguely thought maybe you were doing like a Captain Marvel thing because she's got that starburst.
Oh, right. She does have the star in the middle. It's a little kind of.
So that's why I was like, I didn't realize you were a Captain Marvel fan. I didn't know
She's
you were.
Right. I don't like her attitude, but other than that,
I'm not a fan of what the actress is doing outside of her role. I don't mind what she's
I don't
done
even really pay attention
in the role. like I don't really hate the Captain Marvel character. Like people like I hate Brie Larson. I'm like I don't hate Brie Larson. I just think she's a little pro-feminist,
Yeah, it's true.
which is her right. That's I
Can't
don't
wait for
have to
Rogue
like.
to destroy her. Well, even in like the end credit scene, and she was just like, okay, I gotta go by.
Yeah,
I was just like, yeah, there's a reason why I don't.
yeah. I'm really hoping that in this next Captain Marvel movie, she loses her powers and we get Rogue. And if they don't cast the right Rogue this time, oh my god, I'm gonna be. It's gonna be
Are
a
you gonna
nail in the
throw
coffin
chairs?
for me. What's that?
Are you gonna throw chairs?
She's my favorite character
I would
all
sign up
time.
for that.
I don't have a higher character to hold in any cinema and or book, novel, anything. So when they did it wrong, they cast Anna Paquin as Rogue,
Yeah.
and wrote her as Kitty Pryde. And
Okay.
no.
Captain Marvel is my girlfriend. Des is like, leave my girlfriend alone.
Like I said, I don't have a problem with Captain Marvel. Brie Larson, she's a little iffy for me, but
yeah, she's a little meh for me. I didn't resonate with her character.
But every time that I like try to hate on her, I'm like, but I really loved her in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
And she is a friend of a friend.
Well, that
I just
changes.
watched that movie again recently, and it's a well put together movie.
This would be done better with
It's almost retro rewind worthy, but it's not quite 80s. So
not
you guys haven't gone up into the 90s really.
We
yet,
have not
so.
ventured into the next decade yet, which I'm quite excited about doing at some
There
point.
are so many 90s movies that are like
yeah. There's anywhere from Joe Dirt and all the comedies and Austin Powers and no wait, Austin Powers was 2000s, wasn't it? It wasn't.
You could do like months worth of just Pauly Shore films.
Yeah, there's so many. Tommy Boy and Coneheads was the 80s, right? Or was it? Yeah, it was the 80s.
Give me a moment. Let me take a snapshot of it.
I think
so
that was the
80s. Coneheads?
Yeah.
No, I was talking to Google. Sorry. 1993.
Hey. Okay, so I was originally correct.
Now, obviously, it was a skit in the 80s on SNL.
Yes,
I do. That's probably where you're getting the
questioning of it all. Yes.
Yeah. So you're like, wait, was it 80s, 90s? But yeah, technically, you could do a few episodes
There's
on just
so
SNL movies.
many different things. Yeah, we could do a whole SNL series.
Wait,
Luke.
Why you're not really here, Luke? I wanted you to know that today's episode was brought to us by Blended Canadian Whiskey.
Hi, Luke.
1867.
I hope you're having a hammy Friday.
He anted to say hello.
Hamtastic. Yeah, Jeremy was about to send out a search party for you. I had to remind him.
She reminded me that you're busy.
That you have a life.
You have a life, and I was like, oh, that's right.
And hobbies and interests outside of gracing us with your presence.
Lindsay?
Yes.
Do I leave this black and white or do I color this?
Was the movie black and white or color?
No, it was. I mean, the reason why I bring it up is because all of my SciFiTembers have been colored.
Oh.
Except for the one that my wife's doing yet, which she's still coloring it. But I mean, it's not like I set out and said that these had to be colored. But
true.
I'm afraid that if I color this, I'm going to lose a lot of the detail that I'm putting in.
Oh, that's a toss-up, dude.
I know.
I
might leave this black and white. I just might.
Just might.
Well, then, since I'm deciding on the black and white, I have to pull out the tool.
Don't pull out.
I am. I'm pulling straight out. I'm not even thinking of anyone else. That's a colored one. What is this one? There it is. See what I have? The rolled up paper. The rolled up paper of goodness. One of us. Now, I can do some shading.
It's about to get shady up in here.
Just like when Sonic grabs the rings. Shading.
I don't have a life, I just pretend to.
Yes, but you pretend really well.
Same.
Riley, you don't need a life. You have cats.
And
a very
sassy
vocal,
one at that.
a very vocal and sassy one. She's like, or
sassy
she or he.
cat.
Sassy
God, why do I not know this? Sassy cat.
Smelly cat, smelly cat.
Don't remind me.
See, I think just randomly while Riley's watching any of our broadcasts, we just need to sit there and go, meow, meow, meow.
Too sassy.
He's like, no, I've had enough.
If you have a smelly cat, you should probably wash it.
You should, but that's not what Phoebe does. My dog just ran in here looking for the cat that was meowing. So
I don't
good.
recognize that cat.
Yeah, she's like, there's an intruder in the house. Blinded by the light. Facebook is going to take this down now because I'm singing the song. I just don't even care. Mute me.
I dare you.
Riley, if I ever bite you, you have permission to punch me.
Wow.
I don't
Why would
see
you
it
be
me.
biting Riley?
Well, if I'm a zombie.
Oh, this is true.
You know, that's the only way I could see conceivably that I would ever want to bite Riley.
I was just like, why is that even a thing?
Because he said that at least we aren't biting him.
Okay, I see now.
And then he one-ups it. Oh, you don't need permission for that.
Oh, snap.
As if.
Oh, snap.
Where Joe would lean in with his special little mic and say,
He'd push his button.
Yeah, he'd push his buttons and he'd be like,
He would say,
oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's. It was weird because, I mean, I've now sat through. Is Joe the third co-host?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've sat through 3 and I've seen how each show has changed and whatnot. And I was curious to see what Joe was going to bring to the table. I mean, I've been around him enough that I know what he is, but I was wondering how he was going to interact and what he was going to bring. And I really am liking the dynamic.
Oh, I knew what you guys were in for. He told me the day that he got it, and it's been a while. Like before last season ended, it's been a minute. He knew, and he was like, "Don't say anything." I was like, "All right, you're gonna rock that show. You're gonna rock their socks off, and they're not gonna know what hit them."
No.
So I was very much excited for him and for the entire Haps community to see that dynamic unfold. It was very, very cool.
Yes. He brings. I don't want to say this without actually bringing down any of the other guests or anything like that, but he brings an honesty that you can't really match. Not that anyone else is being dishonest, but he's got this level of honesty that he brings in, and the questions that he raises are, I don't know, they're challenging. They're not just like, hey, you know, what are you doing? Blah, blah, this. And he's,
not fluff questions.
yeah, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with those type of questions when you're trying to get to know somebody and stuff like this. But I mean, he just hits you, and you have no problem answering the questions. That's the thing. That's what I mean about the honesty.
Well, a good thing about any interviewer is to make your guests feel comfortable so that they're willing to open up and talk about themselves. I think that's a skill that takes time to hone a little bit. For sure.
I haven't honed mine. Riley over here being honest.
Being honest.
You be honest. You be you,
so,
bro.
Taking it back to the stream on Sunday, do you know what you're wanting to draw?
Something with probably a Day of the Dead-ish.
Ooh,
something
good.
Or other, so it has lots of detail.
Yeah.
I'm thinking probably 6x8, so I can have room to detail.
There you go. Very cool. I like it.
You know, some not necessarily this, but something along the lines of like this.
Yeah, kind of more in the realm of voodoo style.
Yeah.
Esque. Not so much the Latin version of that. I like that idea. That's very cool.
Did you see?
Des and I were kind of talking a little bit last night about what we were thinking about doing, and I want to do a piece that's in the style of like I did my tree frog and my gummy bears with the colored pencils and whatnot that has that high detail in it. So I already kind of up front told Bo, I was like, it's going to get started, but I promise you it's not going to be finished in an hour.
Yeah.
Even an hour and a half is not probably going to be enough time. So you're going to get the majority of the art experience of the layout and probably colors, but we're probably going to have to do another stream later to finish it up or whatever. And then send off that.
How much of the when you did the Haps takeover?
Yeah.
How much of mine that I got done in the time that we did? Because I was like, I was hurrying.
Yeah, and my brain was so scattered. I was actually kind of embarrassed about the art that I put out that day, and I totally scrapped it and started over. And I was glad I did that.
Yep.
But yeah. And speaking of that, the Mad Lib art thing, we're gonna have to plan a night where we can all get together to do another one, because this week's theme is Haps Games.
Oh yes, that fits right in with our stuff.
Jeremy, since you're off this weekend,
yes,
I think that we might need to find a time.
A time
to Mad Lib.
Yes. Oh, it was so much fun. I couldn't believe how challenging it was.
Yeah, I actually am not good at doing fast art either. I was talking to Des about that last night. I was like, I can do it really rough things fast, but if you want it to look polished, it's not going to be fast. It's going to be very sloppy. And indeed, what I did was very sloppy for the live, but going back and honing it in, it actually turned out pretty decent. Not my best work by any means, because it was a ridiculous story. But I think working and focusing on maybe one element of the story instead of trying to include everything is a very good approach when you're working with a short time frame. Which is something Michelle did, and she did well, and Joe did too. He focused in on the sheriff part only, and really got in there with some details, and it turned out really nice. And Michelle with the planet and the eyeball and everything. Yours looks like a 12-year-old art piece. No, it looked fine. You captured the styling of the comic book Excelsior feeling, which is exactly what you definitely had that framed out, Des. I know that you weren't super excited about how it turned out, but it was not as bad as you probably think it was.
I mean, we can't all be 3D artists like CS and just bust out And even he had to go back and,
Yeah,
finish up stuff.
he got a good concept down, but he did spend a significant amount of time finishing that piece out and turned out phenomenal.
Oh my God.
God, that was amazing.
Yeah. See, my problem is I can do quick art. I can't do quick concept.
Yeah.
So when I had to sit there and think, okay, now I want to design this, I want to do that, I want to do this.
Right.
So instead, I was like, okay, I already know a floating ship, so let's use that. I already know this. I'm going to use a skateboard.
My standard. I need to stop that. I think certain situations, high standards are fantastic. In I would say most situations, high standards are super great. But for like those sorts of situations where it's like off the hip, you don't know what you're expecting. Yeah, you kind of have to give yourself a break on that one. And that's definitely a pill that I had to swallow that day as well, because I beat myself up about it.
Thank you, Riley.
Have a good night. It's always good to see you. I'll definitely see you on Sunday, if not before. Or wait, no, you're not going to be in the live, but we'll catch up. We'll catch up.
We'll be around.
If you're there for the live, you're welcome to join us, by the way.
I'll bring that back to our buddy Sean that jumps on here.
Yeah.
And he, constantly comes in and he's like, "Oh, stop it." And I get what he's getting at, because some of the stuff that I do
is kind of self-deprecating of sorts.
Well, and like this right here. Am I super proud of this piece? No, there's all kinds of problems with it.
Okay, Riley.
But, I busted it out in 25 minutes.
Yeah, you did that super duper fast, but you know what? The concept is delivered. It may not be perfect.
Exactly.
But the personalities shine through. You understand the concept of what it is. If you spent 3 hours polishing that, it would be phenomenal with probably more detailed background. You would probably, instead of doing a silhouette, actually focus in on doing more coloring to identify those characters more, maybe more details.
Even more, I would have actually drawn the character out and then just colored it in. I literally tried just working with shapes.
Do I need to scan for Sunday? I don't have to have it, but if you have something to share, I can upload it into the stream. And what we're going to do, because we were talking about 2 different concepts for how to do the art giveaway. So the live art that we're going to be making, plus whatever you guys come up with donating, we're going to just make that one big package for whoever the highest donor is for our segment. So whoever donates the most money in the art segment is going to win the artist prize pack, which is going to include all the pieces. Hey, Bo's here.
Hey there, Bo.
There isn't a time limit. Drawing stream exciting. Can award the art later. Yeah. So however Bo feels like awarding that, he's going to get us that contact information. And we will make sure that everybody knows where to send their art to, is how that's going to work out. So it doesn't have to be physically here for it to be done, because I know the pieces that we do live are not going to be completely 100% finished by the end of the stream, because I want to make sure to do a high quality piece. And it'll probably take a second stream to do that, because there are other participants. Highest donations during your segment. Yes. And Bo, I assume there's a segment after us, or are we finishing off the night? I don't remember where we landed on that. I'm glad you popped in. Thanks, Bo, for the timing on that, answering questions.
We were talking, and all of a sudden he's like, "Wait, I've been summoned."
I was like, "Hello, beacon of light, beam me in." Yes. So, God damn it. Don't mind the Tourette's in the background. It's fine. We just found out we're going longer. Oh, okay, cool. So what we'll do is we're going to finish up our segment, and then we may just hop over and do a continuation stream of the art bits. I don't want to take away from the marathon though, so it'll probably be depending on what time the marathon's over.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to take eyeballs away from the fundraiser at all. So there is that. Do you guys have like a lineup of like a schedule? Okay. Because I want to be able to finish the piece live on stream, but I don't want to be stepping on toes or taking away from other people. Veda has it. Okay. All right. Work on my pick again tomorrow and get that done. Thanks for card. You're welcome, Riley. And you can, Riley, you're in the Discord. There is a marathon channel that you can ask questions or whatever about. And I think, Bo, are you in there? I don't know if Bo's in there because technically you don't stream. Okay.
Bo's like, I don't Discord.
He's like, no, I don't. If you want to be in the Discord, have Veda get you the link for that, Bo. It's usually just a broadcaster only. But since you're helping coordinate this, I don't see why Pablo and Peter would have an issue with you being in there at all.
I don't think so either.
Just, keep the snarky for the public chat rooms and you'll be good. Yeah, Veda's on the Discord, I believe. Pretty sure she is. Yeah, she's in there. But I could send it to you too. It's just going to have to be after I get done.
So I wanted to pose a question, and I wanted to bring this up to different other artists that are out there.
Okay.
But how would, like, maybe every couple months we get together and do an art auction stream?
Yeah, I have having like a little bit of a deja vu moment right now. Okay. I know I hear kitty. Yeah.
Here.
I had a dream, and this is Des still in here because I think she would get a kick out of this too. I had a dream because I know she loves talking about dreams. I had a dream that I had all of the art that I've made on Haps, all of the sketch party stuff, all of the challenges, all of the pieces. And I had a giant like art for badges art sale.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that you just brought that point up because this was just like a couple of hours ago in my nap time. this happened.
Well, I was thinking about it because, like, I mean, obviously I wouldn't want to do it before my convention because I want to hold on to whatever pieces of art I can have for the convention.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
After that, I mean, this stuff sits around for a whole year until, it's next convention time. And while I always throw up this stuff is for sale over on Instagram, I don't really get a whole lot of biters.
Right. Well, to be honest with you, I've never actually sold a traditional piece of artwork.
Right.
Ever. I've only done graphic design work, and it was just, a logo that I designed for that specific person. Thank you for the Creative
Genius Award, Riley.
Nice. So, yeah, that would be a new, yeah.
Well, it's, yeah, wait, it's
Buck Rogers, not Lee Majors.
Yeah, not Lee Majors, Gil Gerard. But I follow a group of artists over on YouTube.
Okay.
And at least once every 3 months, they do an art auction. Mind you, theirs is for comic book art that has been in printed books and stuff like this usually, or pieces that they've done on something or other, and their amounts go for insane. I'm not expecting that. But what I'm thinking is that instead of doing it off of like you've got to donate awards, we just set up, we have our pen pals, and it's like if we do like an actual, hey, this is going
pen
for
pals?
$1.
Are we gonna get pen pals?
Yes, we're getting in PayPal. Sorry, not pen pal, or whatever, Venmo.
I have to give you crap. That's so funny.
You do.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Because then that way you don't have to sit there and spend $20 to get $5 worth of coins. Pen pals. But I think we could, and then we can have however many people we can have in here, rotate them in and out, let them go full screen and be like, hey, we're doing this piece right now. You can, we'll start it off at $1. Can anyone, do $1.50, whatever. Talk about the piece, do stuff like that. Weed pen pals.
Yes, Bo, you send me some and I'll send you some and it'll be great. That's not illegal or anything.
Well, it depends on the states.
Tell you what, Jeremy, start a new thread in the art collab channel and test the waters and see how the response goes.
Yeah.
Because there's quite a few people in there now that I think, good night, Riley.
Good night, Riley.
That I think would be interested in doing something like that. I don't know. I'm down for it. If somebody wants to pay me for my scribbles on paper that I do for fun with my friends, I'm not going to tell them no. There's a couple of pieces that I don't know if I'll let it go or not. I have kind of a hard time letting my babies go.
But think about this. How much do you think a physical piece of C.S. Murphy would go for?
His arm? Or his finger? Or like a baby pinky toe? Or maybe just a vial of his sweat, perhaps?
Exactly.
And wear it like in a necklace form. Like you just irradiates the energy of magical artistic amazingness into your life.
I think we've built up a decent group over here that I think we could actually pull something off.
I don't know. Des, how do you feel about an art sale? How do you feel about that action?
Do you have pieces you think you could sell, Miss Desiree?
I think I would have to have therapy after I sold pieces that I really, really liked.
It was weird selling my first. Actually, you know what? I've got a. Let me do a show and tell.
I mean, digital art is different because it's easily replicated. And so there's not nearly as much emotional attachment, I guess, to that. I don't know. My brain is cramping. Fair enough. Just let that thought marinate. It's not like we're doing it tomorrow or anything. I don't know.
All right. So the very first thing I ever sold was a bookmark, just like said one right here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love the Silver Surfer one. That one's like my favorite of the ones because I've seen him before.
I have bookmarks, and I sold it to a cosplayer. Actually, my daughter did.
You could just picked it up. Slide that one in my envelope with my Anthony Kiedis.
And he took a picture of it for me.
Of
Spawn. This is an amazing cosplayer. He's a great guy, and he's actually a police officer in his downtime. But on top of that, this right here,
of course he is
the first $5 that I ever made selling artwork. It is still with it.
That's amazing.
I don't need to spend this because this was the first ever bit of money that said,
you need to frame that sucker. Even if it's like a dollar store frame, you need to frame that.
Right. But this right here, to me, proved that I'm a professional.
Hell yeah.
And it started me on my lifelong journey of, I want to draw.
I want to be a real artist. Absolutely. I understand that thrill and that excitement because I had similar feelings whenever I first saw my art published on a billboard.
Ooh.
And not just one billboard, 40 billboards across the metro area. Everywhere you drove, you saw my art. That was a moment. I think I cried. And whenever I went to my grandma's house for Thanksgiving, you have to drive down the interstate for quite a ways before you get there. And all of my aunts and uncles that came in from out of town and out of state got to see my art. Got to see my art. And not only that specific billboard that just happened to be on the way to her house, I was in one of the photos.
Oh, nice.
So not only was it my art, but it was also my face. And it was literally like the only board in the entire metro that had my face on it. And I didn't even really know where all the boards were going to land because billboards have different contracts where they'll rotate the art around. So I didn't know where that piece was going to be, but it just happened. The timing was perfect. And it was promoting one of the, because I worked for a home builder, and it was promoting one of the neighborhoods they were building in nearby. And Yeah, they got to see my face on I-40 as they were going to my grandma's house. And that's like the coolest moment in my art famous life that I can recall. Second moment would be same company. I designed the company t-shirts for several years. But what they do is they have a booth at the state fair where they give away free t-shirts as a promotional thing that had my artwork on it.
Nice.
And I still to this day see random people like shopping at Walmart with t-shirts with my art on it.
Oh,
it's wild. It is wild.
Shower time. Scrub a dub-dub. Get your booty in the tub.
That's right.
The only thing I had close to that was back in high school. My neighbor was renting out.
Abby needs to shower.
Abby.
I think Super NES games out of a hardware store in town, and he wanted a little logo made for his business card that said that I'm renting NES product.
Yeah.
And I think I drew a Mario and Luigi and gave it to him, and he put it on his business card. And I have them around here somewhere.
Oh, the lettering on this says Guardians. It's the Guardians of the Galaxy symbol, and that's my hands. Hello, that's my hands. I'm tricking you with that broadcasting trickery.
How is your hands there and your face is there? It's
I
not
know,
even in the right
I'm detached. And why am I down here and you're up there?
Because you're currently drawing, I'm currently talking. I'm pretty much almost done
enough.
drawing at the moment, but I'm not done with the conversation. So I wanted to see what you were doing instead of watching the little itty bitty picture.
Right on.
Yeah.
Fair enough. She's in the comments down there. Her phone kicked her out. You know, Haps did her dirty again. Switch pencils up. I told Des last night that this little pencil isn't going to last the whole month.
No.
It's tiny. It's my little nubby. It's my little nubbins.
It's like my little tiny one, my little tiny guy right here, but this is a lead holder. But
I need to get one of those.
It just disappeared.
Yeah, it was frozen for a minute. That was cool. Making tacos and pumpkin bread. Shut up. I'm coming over to your house to have second dinner. That sounds amazing.
I ate a sandwich when I got home from the doctor, and I have not eaten the rest of the day. I think I need more food. Now
I think you're right. I think you should probably do that.
Oh, I will. I'm going to go eat some macaroni salad when I'm done.
Nom, nom, nom.
Heck yeah. Hey, wait. Who is closer to Des? Are you closer to Des or am I closer to Des?
I don't know.
Because she's in the wilderness, so she's hard to find anyways.
Yeah. I think you may technically be closer.
I was thinking I was too, but I didn't want to discount where you're at. That you might.
It's probably not far off.
Okay. Let's see. Peoria, Illinois. Let's do the map.
Let's do the Google map. We're gonna do both together.
Google Maps. Let's go from
Google Mars. No, not Google Mars. Google Maps.
How far is Mars away from me?
God bless.
Peor. Oh man, she's doxing herself. She's letting the whole world know where she's at.
She says it all the time.
I know. Okay, so let's go to start. Navigation makes data. Whatever. Use it. I don't care. Okay, Des, it says it would take me 6 hours and 13 minutes to get to you.
Oh, you totally win. We're looking at a good solid 10 to 11 hours, depending. If I use the turnpike, it's or the toll roads, it's 10 hours. If I do it, the cheap ass way, it'll be closer to 11 hours.
No. Yeah, it's not a problem. It's easy to, I tell a lot of people I'm south of Detroit because it's so much easier than trying to tell them where I'm at. But good luck finding Ida on the map anyways.
I don't tell it. It's a secret, undisclosed location. She's in a bunker.
She's in a bunker.
Get to the bunker. Where's SJ when you need him for lettering? Because I'm not a letterer as hard as I try.
So I mean, if we're being honest here, and I'll go bigger screen so that we can see. So here's Michigan, and while I tell people that like I'm south of Detroit, which is right here,
Bo will win.
Okay. I'm actually closer to Toledo, which is down here. So Detroit's up here, Toledo's down here. So I'm actually really close to Toledo. But to tell people I'm from this area, they're like, I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the Mid. And then Luke is right over here. We can wave at each other. We're like, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Luke. Man, I'm doxing Luke now too.
You are.
Jeez, I'm doxing everybody. It was, I think, 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. No, it was during COVID when we were shut down that I first heard about doxing. I'm like, what the heck is doxing?
Oh, I learned all about doxing on Blab.
And they were like, oh, it's when someone learns your location. I'm like, when did that become a secret?
It's not just their location. It's private information about yourself, including your phone number.
Well, my phone number is 555.
Yeah. Everyone, take out your pencils.
My social security number is none of your business. Go ahead and try to get money from me. The government's been doing it for years. 555.
If there's any left. And
it's
7575309.
309. Ask for Jenny. She always picks up the phone. Did I kill the music when you came in?
I killed it. You were like, screw this music. I have people.
It stopped. It only was how long was it? Why can't I tell how long this was supposed to have been?
Oh, I didn't check my streams to see if I got dinged last night. I used new playlists that you have to test and
Facebook. Let's see. Facebook doesn't ding me until like 6 months later.
Oh, they're quick to snag it.
No, I've not gotten a ding all week long on any of my stuff, so I don't think they understand the like Japanese.
Oh, are they still on Labor Day?
True.
They're still on Labor Day weekend practices, I guess.
But yeah, I've got nothing on the books.
Okay.
So, insignia, huh? That's my next.
Yes, insignia. Insignia.
What famous insignia?
You're in a 7-day timeout on Facebook? What did you do? Ooh.
What did you do?
What didn't Bo do? That's the real question.
True.
Jenny, I got your number. Okay, that's gonna happen.
Oh man,
that's
I love
happening. Eric Hypes.
You know what's
I
really
am
funny?
doing the Guardians because I am the Haps Guardian now. If you guys didn't know that already.
Cosplayer I was telling you about. Now, mind you, he's no longer live, but I'm looking at my old notifications, and at 6:01 p.m. today, he started a live video on the gram. So isn't that kind of funny that we're talking about him, and here he is?
Wow.
Ethan, leave her alone.
So is it true your husband's a famous Twitch player?
He's a what player?
Famous Twitch.
No, he doesn't play on Twitch.
No? Okay.
He should, as much as he streams games or plays games.
He should. He could start making
Why don't you
income
on Twitch?
Why should I?
Because you can get paid money.
Yeah.
To do it.
It's not like I can have a regular schedule and do it on a regular basis.
You literally are doing this every night. That's regular. That
Yeah,
is
you're on a
more
regular
regular
basis.
than your BM schedule, probably. Just saying.
Not to mention, I want to follow him.
Oh, Jeremy wants to follow you.
I don't even know how to stream.
That's what YouTube's for.
Well,
I have to set up
I suppose. All right, fine.
I have a camera
Where-
I can give you.
But I'd also have to figure out
Where do I follow him on YouTube?
He is like coming up with all the excuses right now, and I'm like, I have an answer for that. I have an answer for
I
that.
am ready to type in a name on YouTube. Where am I following?
You want me to come over there and show you how?
No, Jeremy.
Oh, he wants Jeremy to come over and show him how.
Okay, let's see.
He doesn't want to hear about it from me.
Let's see, map, Oklahoma. Let's see if I can get there and back before I have to go to work on Monday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you make it here? You do have the weekend off.
Let's just say, what do we want to say? Oklahoma City, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Let's see, directions.
Smack dab in the middle of the state.
From home.
I was in Josh Wolf's broadcast, and he was telling jokes about how many fleas were in his apartment, and I said I'd have to bug bomb the shit out of that home. Oh my lord, that's funny.
All right. It swears 14 hours, 29 minutes. I'm thinking I can make it in 10.
We'll see. Make your own badge. Did you find out more? This is not my own badge. Oh, my camera's frozen. That's not helpful. One moment.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my overhead cam likes to do that every once in a while. It's weird. This camera needs to be like shot into outer space and never to be seen again. And we're back. Okay, so this is the Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Logo. Not my own logo. Just to clarify.
So yeah, Lindsay,
I have not found any more details out about what I'm supposed to do
14 and a half hours to get to your house. I think I can make it in 10.
Oh, okay. Sweet. He'll be here between 10 and 14 hours.
Yeah. And I don't need to sleep, so I'm driving through the night. I drove all night to get to you.
Damn near in Canada. That's where he lives.
Just to come show somebody how to stream.
That's right. He's like, that's a hell of a drive.
I can throw rocks at Canada.
It's true. He can throw rocks at Canada.
What state does he live in?
Lives in Ida, Michigan.
Mm-hmm. 13 miles north of Toledo.
He was like, is he a peninsula guy?
No, I'm not. No. I'm not an Ooper.
No, he's not.
No Ooper.
How dare you suggest such a thing? So, I'm not exactly sure why Eric is off platform, but he is. I thought it was Marvel, and you were adopting it for your own purpose. Yes. Thank you for the clarification. Oh, okay.
Hi.
Sure.
Made my cat move.
Yeah. Josh had to visit your lovely state for some training when he was in the Guard.
Went to
Traverse City.
Yeah, that's still a distance from me too.
In the summertime.
Let's see, how far is Traverse from me? Maps. And go. Yeah. 4 hours, 10 minutes away.
Nice. That's 4 hours away from him, babe.
But you have to almost pass by me if you're going there, because you come up US 23 to get there. You go through Flint and Saginaw, and
thanks, Tess.
Well, it depends. Actually, you could have probably came up through Grand Rapids. Depends on which way you come in. You would have been coming from there, so yeah, you would.
We would take you from the south. We'll come up from behind.
Yeah, but from behind and to the left.
Well,
because there's no reason why you would come all the way over to that side of the state to go all the way back over to the other side of the state. That's almost like bordering Wisconsin with a lake in between.
Yeah, he was doing field artillery training.
Ooh.
He got to blow shit up.
Were you launching at the why can't my brain work as fast as my mouth wants to? The lighthouse is up there. I had lighthouse in my head the minute I started that conversation, and I could not get it out of my mouth.
I'm not exactly sure. That was a long ass time ago. That was like before I had a child.
I was close to getting into the military, and I said no.
Probably, I mean,
I talked to a recruiter. He had come out to the house. We had scheduled an appointment to go up and do testing.
mm-hmm.
And the weekend before I was to go up to do the testing, I called him and said, no, I don't think so. And he goes, yeah, you can't back out now. I said, oh, but I can because I didn't sign anything. This is all verbal.
Yes.
Yeah, I had not signed up. I was just, I would have, had I gone up and did that, it would have been a sign up. But I had very bad anger problems.
Lovely. Not Jeremy.
I had authority problems.
Not Jeremy.
Yeah.
The same Jeremy we're talking to right now?
Uh-huh. And he's like, well, and I tried explaining this to the, the recruiter, because of course, his job is to get me up there. That's his job.
Yeah.
I get that. My job was to tell him no. And he wasn't having any part of that. Like we were on the phone for like an hour, and I was like,
what branch were you going for? Army?
I think so. I think that's what I would have went in for. Yeah, it would have just been a grunt.
Yeah.
But I told him, I was like, I have anger problems. And he's like, oh, we'll help you with that. And
like, they'll help you with a lot of push-ups.
He's like, there's college that you can think about. And I was like, yeah, but I have no idea what I want to do. Oh, we'll help you with that. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's the problem is I don't want to go to college just to go to college. I want to go for a reason. And he's like, blah, blah, this. And I was like, okay, so let me ask you this. I was like, because this is one of the reasons why I'm not going to go, because I keep replaying this scene in my head. And I want to ask you, what would happen if this happened? And he goes, okay, well, go ahead. I said, if my superior officer is in my face and is yelling at me, I said, and my anger flares up and I just right in his throat.
Ooh.
I said, what do you think's going to happen to me? He goes, I wouldn't advise it. I said, yeah, because that's all I can think of doing right now. I said, so I really don't want to get the ass beating of my life for spitting down a person who's yelling in my face. I was like, because that is what and I was like, I got no problem doing it. He goes, okay, well if you change your mind. But yeah, I literally was having like dreams where I was just getting yelled at and told that I was no good and blah, blah, this. And, I needed to blah, blah. And, he was inches from my face. And I was like, yeah, let's just end this and my life. Let's just
wrap this up now. Let's just.
Yeah, no. I mean, I understand how stupid it sounds now as an adult. Yeah. But as a, 18-year-old kid, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do because I don't care.
Sounds great. You guys.
I had no head on my shoulders then. I had no patience.
Yeah. Dishonorable discharge sounds fantastic, right?
Yeah, but can you imagine the ass beating that would have befallen this? Because this would have been 1993.
If not by you, or if not by your superior, it would definitely be by one of your equals because they would all get smoked for your dumbassery.
Oh, God, yes.
That's where you learn.
My life would have ended, in not a permanent way, but oh yeah, no, I just I couldn't. I mean, I wish I had the mentality I have now because I think I would have done all right with this mentality back with my 18-year-old self. But I see the way my brothers and sisters changed when they went in and came out.
Yep.
And I don't know that I wanted that with my life.
Fair enough. Well, I'm done.
Okay.
I have reached the end.
Listen, you piece of maggot shit. You do what I say when I say it. Yeah. See, then that's the thing.
That's a love letter. That's easy. Yeah. Good times.
What are you crying, you little maggot? You think your mommy's gonna be here? Leave my mom alone.
That was fun.
All right, so tomorrow I'm doing insignia. Lindsay will be working on computer and maybe fuel.
Probably just computer.
Because you got
Who
to
knows?
work on.
I mean, it's still early in the night. I might just go live again later. Who knows?
Yeah.
I've got a few replays to catch up on before I do any
you've also
lives.
got C.S. Murphy soon.
Yes.
So don't forget that.
We don't want to leave him out.
No, we're going to hit.
We got to give the love to all the peeps. Love all.
Thank you, Bo, for jumping in and letting us know what the world is about with this.
Yes, thank you for the update, Bo, on that, and clarifying the art situation. So,
she's telling me she needs to go outside. Can you hear her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bo said he would kind of keep a tally of what we earned during our hour, and who is, I assume, the highest for the hour.
See, look, a piece of paper.
I don't know how you're going to do that, but I'm impressed.
I kind of keep up with it.
Yeah, you do. You're good at it. I was just like, somebody's going to have to take names and
I can do it.
Pull out the old calculator and
I'm
sort it through. They're also gonna have to be willing to give up a mailing address for their art to get mailed to them. So they'll have to slide up into a DM.
I think I'm sending a piece. This piece here that where did I put it? This piece here that I drew back on Hapstars.
Oh, I like that one.
To Carrie, because Troy's never given me an address, and I said I was sending it to Troy. So I'm sure Carrie can get it to him.
Yeah, probably.
Because that needs to go to Troy. Because I said I would send it to him. So yeah,
that's awesome.
So that's still setting up there. All right. Anyways, we're out of here.
Yes.
We're gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go rest. Get some more
please.
food.
Lots of rest for you, sir.
Yes.
And maybe a little water.
What?
Drink your water.
Wait. What?
Yes. Not filtered water. Not water with corn syrup. Just water.
But there's water in this, right?
That's water with corn syrup.
Oh, damn it.
Just water. All right. Just for the rest of the night, and then you can start over tomorrow with whatever the hell you want.
Okay, woohoo! All right. So we're gonna
love you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Show closer notes. And this. There is water and beer. You are correct, Bo.